Live from the Convocation Center on the campus of the University of North Georgia in Dahlonega, coverage of UNG basketball is on the air. And good afternoon, everyone. Alongside Lee Glenn, Craig Corbin here with the Nighthawk Sports Network. Another Peach Belt Conference doubleheader. The first game featuring the women from UNG taking on Columbus. And the Cougars, a depleted roster today, coming off a game that did not happen midweek, and today with only 7 in uniform. That obviously will play a role.
I think so. Unfortunately, the virus is not specific to anybody. And, I think every team within our league has had to have challenges. And, we've played our last 3 games with a shorter roster than normal. I think this is just cards that everybody throughout the league in Division II is going to be dealt this year. I tip my hat to Columbus State, to be honest with you, because their schedule had back-to-back road games at Lander, at North Georgia, 2 top 10 teams in the country. It would have been really easy to say, hey, we're going to try to get healthy. They did everything they can to make the trip. We're under the minimum threshold of 7 players. Couldn't play, and they have 7 today, and they have shown up, and I'm sure going to compete. It's something to watch for. I think that a shortened roster is everybody's challenge at some point in the season. It has been our challenge earlier in the year, and it's not to say that teams aren't going to go through this for a while. So I tip my hat for them to being here, and the whole mantra for everybody in Division II athletics throughout this process has been we're glad to be playing, right, and we'll do everything that we can to play, and we'll play with whatever we can.
One of the 7 in uniform for the Cougars, a familiar face to those familiar with North Georgia basketball. Amani Arnold back in the Convocation Center.
Yeah, it's good to see her back. She's such a first-class young lady, and she's found a really good fit for her as it relates to playing time and role at Columbus, and so we're happy for her. We pull for her 6 days a week. The 1 day a week that we don't pull for her is the day she's playing North Georgia. So good to have her back.
Absolutely. With regard to the Nighthawks of UNG, starting lineup for the last couple of games has been slightly different than what we had seen for much of the earlier part of the year, but an opportunity for players to really make an impact. And one of note, very pleased with the minutes that Anna Claire Atha has got.
Another one, just like there's so many great stories if you go up and down our roster, just all the adversity that she has fought through to make it all the way back. Really a supremely high IQ player that does an unbelievable job mixing up positions. So she can play as a big, has guard skill set, but her basketball IQ allows her to guard various positions. And, and I think that, through as she battled the adversity of the injuries, she kind of learned how to be a coach and learned a different perspective. And now that she's back there on the floor, she brings that same coach mentality to the floor.
Without question. The Nighthawks, the lone unbeaten in the Peach Belt at 7-0, 13-1 overall. And obviously, they have been able to regain perhaps a bit of the offensive prowess that they displayed earlier in the season.
Yeah, they went through a rough patch.
Yep.
Right there before the break, they weren't playing their best basketball. They did get a win there right before we broke. But when they came back, it wasn't the cleanest basketball as the standard is set for our women's basketball program. They've continued to get better, but I don't think that they have hit in full stride quite yet, to be honest with you, because, again, just like everybody else, we're shuffling players in and out. So one thing that is 2 things I want to keep our eye on. Number 1 is Flagler Monday night. Again, our typical first quarter race out, and we played comfortable. But it was a very productive first quarter. The other piece is the fact that when you get into league schedule, the cadence of games is Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. Well, we haven't played since Monday, so we've had 4 days to prep. That's a long time to prep, a long time to heal,
yes,
and a long time to practice and work on a couple of things. So will the 4 days off from being out of our cadence hurt us? or will you see a really rejuvenated Nighthawk team?
And the expectation, I think, on our part is that we will see the latter.
I hope.
Indeed. So glad that you've joined us today. We will take a break. When we come back, starting lineups and the opening tip. You're watching the Nighthawk Sports Network. Back in a moment.
Leadership is fueled by vision and passion. Leadership is service with empathy, creativity, and integrity. Leadership is seeking continuous improvement for yourself and your community. Since 1873, the University of North Georgia has prepared generations of civic, professional, and military leaders. Today, UNG is a leading regional university that serves students across 5 campuses and online, with educational pathways ranging from associate degrees to doctoral programs. And as one of only 6 senior military colleges in the nation, UNG holds designations as a state leadership institution and as the Military College of Georgia. UNG's national reputation and student profile are growing stronger each year, and we remain focused on student success and academic excellence at all levels. Across UNG, our incredible faculty and staff are scholars and mentors who inspire service, inquiry, and creativity. And resume-building experiences help each student fulfill their potential. We know the value of determination and teamwork in and out of the classroom, and this spirit pushes our students to excel on the field, serve our communities, and explore the world. When the day is done, the real measure of our success lies in who our graduates become. Outstanding leaders for a diverse and global society. The University of North Georgia.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by the Smith House Country Store, Restaurant, and Hotel, the UNG Bookstore, Bryan Properties Commercial Real Estate, and Northeast Georgia Health System.
Time now for your starting lineups. First for the Cougars of Columbus State University, bringing in a mark of 10-7, 3-4 in Peach Belt play. They'll be starting number 3, Amber Abousbear. Number 11, Journey Smith. Number 22, Amani Arnold. Number 32, Amelia Tenbrook. And number 34, Adriana Brownlee. For the Nighthawks of UNG under head coach Buffy Burston, 13-1, 7-0 in Peach Belt play. Starting number 3, Anna Claire Atha. Number 5, Abby Franklin. Number 15, Livy Blackstock. Number 21, Josie Earnhardt. And number 42, Julianne Sutton. An absolutely gorgeous winter afternoon in Dahlonega. Sunshine outside and excitement inside the Convocation Center. North Georgia looking to maintain their perfect Peach Belt Conference record and get their 8th PBC win on the year. The lone loss, one that perhaps was a bit unexpected, the game at Tusculum, that just was one of those days. You made mention of that lull.
Everybody's dealing with it, right?
Yeah.
So we were playing with a unique roster, and it just happens to be that day. And when you're a top 10 team, everybody wants to beat you.
Yep. We are underway, and the Nighthawks have controlled the opening tip. Franklin to Blackstock, back to Abby in the corner. Out front to Anna Claire. Now she'll get it right back, launch a 3. It is good, rattles it in.
Good job by Columbus State on the first possession, however, of not allowing a deep post touch from Julianne. Good interior defense, rooting her out. The ball went in, ball came right back out, and when your trail position can shoot the 3, it really puts pressure on the defense to make sure that you're committed in how you're going to defend the high-low.
Brownlee trying to get it to Amani Arnold inside. Shot is up. No good. Battle for the loose ball, and it's going to be Columbus State retaining possession. Brownlee got it. Now that straightaway three, no good. Scramble for the loose ball, and again, this time a Boost Bear comes up with it. And they'll have yet another shot here in the first quarter. The Boost Bear guarded by Franklin. Now a corner three, no good. Rebound to Anna Claire. Outlet to Franklin, now up ahead to Blackstock. Cross court it goes to Earnhardt. Around the horn, looking inside. Julianne, no look pass. Earnhardt, wing three, good.
2 post touches to Julianne Sutton. Not once has she faced up. Immediately kicked out for rhythm, catch and shoot threes that don't have to be shot off the dribble. Those are high percentage shots for the Nighthawks. But I'll tell you what, we mentioned this Monday night against Flagler. To see the ball go in and Julianne not force the dribble and force the score first mentality. A post touch and then the ball coming out is just like a guard dribbling in and kicking it out. So highly effective for the Nighthawks when she thinks pass first.
Full court pressure by the Cougars. And how important to hit those early threes. Franklin on the wing. Columbus State man-to-man. Anna Claire.
And a whistle there?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, but see, then we had kind of flipped the script, and Anna Claire was posting up. Julianne Sutton was in the trail spot, and right after the travel, she had hit her for a nice basket cut layup. So, again, just putting pressure on the defense by where we put our personnel.
A Boost Bear now gets it away to Brownlee, kicks it right back. A Boost Bear, top of the key. Shot is no good. Rebound, Franklin. Happy brings it up against her old teammate, Amani. Anna Claire down low, and that's going to be a foul inside. First of the game on Adriana Brownlee, a freshman from Decatur, Southwest DeKalb High.
Not necessarily a bad foul from Brownlee, because had that been a clean catch, it was definitely going to be a 2 because she had established transition position in the charge circle.
Anna Claire open for 3 again. This one no good. Rebound won by Julianne. Earnhardt to Franklin. Abby drives, puts it up, 15-footer, no good. Rebound tipped by Julianne, but taken by a Boost Bear. Behind the back dribble.
One thing that I've seen a lot more lately from Abby Franklin is kind of the in-between game. So everything is not just a 2 or a layup, and that, again, just shows player development, you know. So, like, do you run her off the line? If you do, then you just got to challenge at the rim. But now that she's put that little mid-range pull-up into her game, number one, it forces defensive rotation, which then what happens is your bigs get offensive rebounds because they've had to rotate off of their assignment.
That foul on Journey Smith, second on Columbus State. 6-0 North Georgia, 6:50 to go here in quarter number 1. Blackstock picks up her dribble, needs help, hands it to Franklin. Abby closely guarded by Amani, and Abby stepped on the sideline, and that'll be a turnover to Columbus State.
That's good pressure defense by the Cougars there, just taking us out of rhythm, and that's a sound strategy, right? So if we can look at it with the ball in our hand, we'll carve you. But whenever our guards have to put it down, it becomes harder to see what is ahead of you.
Smith on the wing, cross court to a Boost Bear, puts it up from 17, and it's good. That's the first basket of the ball game for Columbus State.
Nice quick 2 jump shot there.
Amber, a freshman from Staten Island, and more Catholic.
It's a bad foul there from her timeline there, having a shorter bench, knowing that if I'm a starter, I'm probably going to determine how much I play. An on-ball defensive reach against a fifth-year starting point guard in the league, 45 feet away from the rim, is probably not what the coaching staff had drawn up there.
Nighthawks with the ball. Franklin drives the left side of the lane, tied up inside. And that'll be a jump, and over it goes to Columbus State. In the ball game now for the Cougars, Maya Jackson, a freshman from Lawrenceville, and Archer High. Also, Kirsten Bond in the game. It's going to be a foul in the lane, and Coach Burson a little bit surprised at that call.
Had to be location on the court based on the charge circle because I thought the ball handler was a little bit out of control.
That's going to go on
Looking at
Julianne.
it here on the replay, and she's a good 1.5 foot outside the charge circle. So, fair enough. I'll tell you what, to be honest with you, the way I think the game should be played is that unless the ball handler just runs you over, 9 times out of 10 is probably a block. Contact under the rim is probably a block. You'll know immediately if it's a charge. And right there, just didn't quite have feet set clean enough.
Caroline Martin in the ball game for North Georgia. 1 of 2 for Amani at the line at 6-3. North Georgia the lead and the ball. 5:33 to go, quarter number 1. The feed inside, stolen away. And here come the Cougars, down by 3. Tinbrook out front in the lane. The shot by Amani, and that'll be another foul on Julianne.
I think they're going to give that to Anna Claire on the reach right prior to the shot challenge.
So 5:21 to go. Anna Claire will go out. First appearance of the day for Jamari McDavid.
These 2 players, Jamari McDavid and Caroline Caroline Martin, that we are extremely glad to see back in uniform. Again, every team's dealing with something. I don't really care what the something is, and it's the tip of the hat to the coaching staffs and the student athletes that are just having to play next person up basketball, whether it's coaching as we see here today or players.
Well, the Cougars without head coach Matt Hauser. McDavid out front to Martin on the wing, left side. Oh boy, that winds up in the hands of Abby Franklin, who hits the 3rd 3 of the day for North Georgia.
Fortunate break there for North Georgia. Wow. See, like right there, I think that's a block. Right?
Yeah.
And I know I'm pro North Georgia, but right there, that's a lot of contact.
Ball blocked out. Columbus State with possession. 9-3 your score. 4:34 to go in the opening quarter. Abus Bear hustles over. She'll check in at the next opportunity. The next stoppage of play will have an official timeout. Arnold drives to the paint, stops, nice move, shot up and good.
Signature move of Romani there. Everybody knows she likes her right hand a lot, but to be able to develop a second-tier layer move.
Jamari McDavid answers at the other end, and it's 11-5. Clock inside, 4 minutes to go. In the opening quarter, Brownlee and Abus Bear set to check in for Columbus State.
Tip of the hat to the 7 or 8 girls, or 7 girls from Columbus State that have stuck to their game plan of really speeding up the basketball and playing hard. They're 1 whistle away from a media timeout.
Beautiful lead pass from McDavid, who collects it and scores. Largest lead of the day now.
It's actually unfortunate for Columbus State on the break because now that we're 90 seconds past the typical media, it's like they needed that wind about 90 seconds ago.
Yep. Franklin to Earnhardt, top of the key. Sutton on the wing to Martin, left side. Back to Julianne. Hands it to Caroline. Shot clock at 15. 3:03 to go, opening quarter. Martin in the corner, zips it inside to Sutton, up and in. And a timeout taken. We'll take it as well. 2:59 to go in the opening quarter. It's 15-5 North Georgia This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Someone here at Circus Burger has been talking to the press, telling them that chicken is better than burgers. And I want to know who it is. Is it you, Bill?
No, sir.
Diane?
Wasn't me.
I know it wasn't Steve. He just started. You're doing a great job here, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm not big on pointing fingers, but it was definitely Bill.
Whoa, it could literally be any one of us.
Somebody did it, and I'm going to find out who.
What is going on here?
There is some of the crowd on hand today at the Convocation Center, enjoying their afternoon.
Good afternoon for basketball here in the Convocation Center with biggest ticket in town today.
Absolutely.
Got a park and rec night, a Shasta Golf Club day, alumni day for both programs. So good engagement of crowds that aren't here every Wednesday, Saturday.
Absolutely. Brownlee takes the feed in the lane and scores with the left hand. Nicely done by Adriana. 15-7 your score, 2:35 to play in the opening quarter. Earnhardt away to Anna Claire, hands it right back to Josie. Now Franklin tried to get it to Jamari, but it was intercepted. Quickly, the Cougars on the move, running the floor and give the basket there to number 11, Journey Smith. Her first bucket of the day.
So our handoff action up here is being just all switched.
Love the three today for North Georgia.
Yeah, it can be fool's gold though,
Yep.
however. When you make a lot, so every point we've scored so far, I'm sorry. We've made 12 points on threes,
Yeah.
but just got to be careful. That's probably too much offense from behind the arc. Another foul here on Brownlee over the back. That's going to probably create a little bit of foul trouble for them now.
Yep.
Two undisciplined fouls there, the half-court reach and then the over the back. But, back to our point about North Georgia, you just got to watch against, when you get success from behind the arc early, you kind of fall in love with that. And, we got to make sure that we continue to get lane touches, whether those are off the bounce or through the post. But they're switching our handoff, so it's probably just a matter of time before we recognize and connect them or catch them on a matchup that is not Cougar friendly.
Franklin for three on the wing. Goodness gracious. And Abby with yet another long-range shot. It's 21-9, largest lead of the day now.
And that three, Craig, was from behind a ball screen handoff.
Yeah.
So, that's switching really is, unless you switch aggressively, switch passionately, a switch on a handoff can almost be like a ball screen. And so that's one way to counter that is to hand it off and shoot behind it. And as much confidence as the early makes is giving us, that's something that Columbus State will want to put a little bit more skin in the game on the switch.
Cougars will inbound. Smith along the baseline lobs it in to Maya Jackson. Jackson top of the key, bounces it to Amani Arnold. Right back it goes. And a nice move by Maya Jackson down the lane.
Nice cut and find by Amani and nice finish by Jackson. Jackson looked like she had been a little bit pinned under the backboard, so did a good job of finding space and getting that shot back up.
Steal by the aforementioned Maya Jackson, who takes it all the way and scores. Jackson makes it now 21-13. Franklin brings it up on a boost bear. Bounce pass to Anna Claire, who hands it to Caroline. Shot clock at 15. right down the lane. Martin lost the handle out of bounds, and it'll go over to Columbus State. Libby Blackstock will check in, as does Julianne Sutton. Anna Claire gets a breather, as does Abby.
So now Columbus State is giving their ball screen, their handoff defense, and their switching defense a little bit more cover by hard denying out here on the perimeter.
Amani drives, shoots, scores. Power move.
Yeah, that's dedicated right hand there. Knowing that that's where she wants to get to.
Long shot will not go for Blackstock, and that's your first quarter. North Georgia with a 6-point lead, 21-15. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Bandit 3, this is Fox 2-3. Can you see that contact to our front? Man, it's Fox 2-3 out. Mark them with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service. A path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
The UNG Bookstore is the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks desk with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Be sure to shop in store to find the item of the week. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Bookstore is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
North Georgia led by as many as 12, but a 6-0 run by Columbus State has tightened things up as we get ready to start the second quarter. And to your point a moment ago, hats off to the Cougars for staying with their game plan, and they're executing.
No doubt. You know, a lot of times when you kind of shorten, go to something that's unexpected, you try to junk. Or maybe we'll slow the game down and throw a unique zone at them or something. They're still out here really trying to speed us up. That's kind of been their brand of defensive basketball.
Yep.
Just need to watch with them fatigue and foul trouble.
Martin gets it away to Jamari. Now Julianne, hook shot in the lane, rattles around and would not fall.
Wow.
How in the world did that not drop?
A long time since I've seen a miss like that where it just kind of settles up there. And
tipped away by Julianne and tipped again. I think last touched. Boy, I thought that the Cougars' Amelia Tinbrook touched that last. I wouldn't mind. Not that it would make any difference, but I'd love to see it again. Tinbrook will inbound along the sideline. She and Blackstock were going for the ball. A boost bear to Arnold. Amani, a couple of dribbles to the top of the key, puts it up, and it is no good. Rebound, Julianne.
So we were guarding Amani earlier with a guard, and now with Jamari in the game, we're guarding her with a 4, so it's like a 4-man on a 4-man. Jamari did a good job of sitting off a dribble penetration, really sitting down on her right hand and forcing the jumper.
Bounce pass stolen by Amani, leads it up to Journey Smith, collects herself, stopped by Jamari. Now a boost bear, nowhere to go, courtesy of defense by Earnhardt. 8:45 to go until the half. Nobody scored in the quarter. Ball knocked free, retained by Columbus State. Off-balance shot, rattles in, but a travel prior to the shot will wave it off.
I agree. Good job by Caroline Martin of recognizing the shot clock defensively and having to defend Amari in the post. Did a really good job of getting position on her, so the pass had to come from an odd angle. And because it came from an odd angle, the offensive player kind of stumbled to go get it, or once she had received it. So definitely the right call there.
Franklin controls, guarded by a boost bear. Bounce pass to Blackstock, drives. Back out to Martin, straightaway 3 coming for Sutton, and it's good.
Where'd that come from?
Hula hoop.
Yep, that's the old hula hoop 3.
It's uncanny.
And, teams obviously know that. From the nail, or from that part of the spot, that makes her really hard to defend.
Down low, Journey Smith tried to bounce it off a defender, but missed. And it goes over to North Georgia. First appearance of the day for Caleb Massop,
who has really earned an extended playing time or extended role. Time finds players, but a role here, an expanded role for her. Just, when you're playing a team that's got a shorter roster, you want to throw as many bodies at it early as you can.
That's such a simple concept, but how true. Julianne got her own rebound. I was going to comment, it was amazing body control as she got in the air to get the shot away. I think Julianne might have dislodged the contact lens.
She thinks she's shooting when it's baseline out, foul on the floor. Such a veteran move by Abby Franklin there. I thought maybe Julianne got bumped going to the rim. The trail official that didn't make the call, Abby came over and just politely just said, "Hey, can we watch this?" And that's just a veteran move, right?
And guess what Abby just did?
Probably made a three. I wasn't watching.
Another three.
Yeah.
27-15, back to that 12-point largest lead of the day. Tinbrook at the foul line, gets it over to Smith on the wing. She'll launch a three, air ball right to Franklin. But that's, back to your point, that's Abby Franklin, part and parcel. Good pass to Martin. She'll try a three. This one no good. Rebound to Columbus State. Caboose Bear brings it up. Back into the hands of Kirsten Bond. Now Tinbrook a three. Tinbrook shooting 23% from beyond the arc on the season. That's the first basket of the second quarter for Columbus State. Oh, look at that from Livy Blackstock.
Nice use of the rim to defend their shield the shot blocker.
Whistle stops the clock with 6:25 to go until the half. That'll be on Abby Franklin. Josie Earnhardt will check in for Blackstock. Caboose Bear settles in at the line. 13 points per game on the season to lead Columbus State. She and Amani Arnold both with 13 a game.
Julianne getting a little medical attention over there.
I think she's still battling a misplaced contact in her left or her right eye.
Perhaps, but we've got a glove on, so
okay.
That implies that there's
a cut, maybe.
Yeah,
or a scratch. She might have taken a shot.
Don't bother her.
Tough as nails.
Yeah, no, that don't bother her. You know what I want to be on Park and Rec night or day at any gym in America?
Is
a Skittles salesman.
You think that would sort of make their quota for the month?
I would up my price.
Neither would fall for a Boost Bear. I think that's probably a pretty good spot to be in.
Might be able to, whoa.
Long three by Josie Earnhardt. That was 5 feet beyond the arc.
She said, don't go under the switch. Just don't go under the switch.
Wow. Earnhardt now with 8 points on the day. 5:55 to go in the second. Amani turns. And another travel. So a couple of turnovers by Amani in the last minute or so.
But you see what she's trying to do there. She's a right-hand dominant player. They're doing a good job of sitting on dribble penetration defensively, and so it's forced her to go to a layered move. Last time she did the up and under step through. That time was a spin move. So kudos to her for developing the game there. Julianne that was a 3 outside of her spot.
Yeah.
She's not allowed to take 3s there.
Got to get to the hoop,
Yeah.
the hula hoop. 5:24 to go in the second. Arnold, top of the key, away to Bond. Kirsten Bond, no good. Martin goes to the floor to save it. Look at that effort by Caroline Martin. Her tenacity, you have to love.
Yeah, it's like, so she didn't get to play on Monday. And so it's been a week since over a week since she's been on the court. So she's making up for
She's
lost
ready.
time. Yeah.
She's ready. Jamari set to check in. And are they going to let her? Yes, they will allow her to check in. She'll go in for Julianne.
I like this lineup here.
You've got Massop, McDavid, Martin, Earnhardt, Franklin.
What I like about it is every team reverse engineers their defensive plan from Julianne Sutton. And now she's not on the floor. So what do you take away?
Right. Pick your poison.
Yeah, and you got 2 bigs that can dribble around. So if you come out and pressure the high big, you'll get straight line drive.
Yep. Foul on Earnhardt, send Bond to the line. That one no good on the season. Now 0 of 3 for Kirsten. Freshman from Batesville, Indiana, South Dearborn High. And that is the first foul shot that's gone in for Bond on the year.
And the second of 5 tonight here as a team.
Yep. Approaching the 5-minute mark here in quarter number 2. Franklin leaves for Martin. Caroline lobs it to goodness. I say that Jamari was making too much room for herself. And we're going to take a timeout. 4:55 to go until the half. North Georgia 32, Columbus State 19. You're watching the Nighthawk Sports Network.
The human body is like any high-performance machine. As the miles add up, parts wear out. That's where pain begins. And here's where it ends. Where top orthopedic surgeons use breakthrough techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for good. Feel like new again for miles to come at the region's only dedicated joint care center, Northeast Georgia Medical Center.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia Mountain.
There you see the huddle. Coach Burson and company imparting the game plan. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network. A near steal by Jamari. Well, I'll tell you, she is so imposing defensively. Long 3 attempt by Bond. No good. Rebound by McDavid. Inside to Sutton, surrounded by a trio of defenders.
Julianne Sutton layup after a duck in right here on the baseline out.
They're going to sub in number 25, Maya Jackson. Lob comes to McDavid at the elbow. Now Martin behind the back dribble down the lane in traffic. Goodness gracious!
She's a tough cookie. Look at Jamari. One person press.
Caroline Martin just imposed her will on that inbound play.
Yeah, so that was a clear out. I missed the call on it. That was a clear out. Handoff, just kind of take away the help side and let her get to the rim. Got hip to hip with a defender, but just creased through there to score. We're now in a 1-3-1.
Tinbrook baseline jumper, no good. Good Box out by Caroline. Gets the loose ball. 4 minutes to go until the half. McDavid at the foul line. Now she'll drive the left side of the lane. Puts it up with the left hand. No good. Tipped by Julianne. Loose ball. McDavid saves it. Abby Franklin. That one wouldn't go. And that's going to be a foul on Julianne, who was doing battle for the loose ball. That's her second.
Maury got up, created an extra possession there for us. Got up a little slow from that contact.
Julianne will go out with her second foul and 5 points, 3 rebounds thus far in the ball game. Anna Claire Atha back in the contest. Arnold goes baseline on McDavid, nothing doing, turns, shoots, no good. Oh my goodness. You talk about a delayed whistle.
The Nighthawks have done a good job there defensively to force Amani into a left-handed drive. You could tell she was uncomfortable. Had an odd angle there, did a good job of cutting her dribble off, but the nature of the miss implies the foul contact.
Yeah. Amani on the season.
Normally a good free throw shooter.
61% this year. By the way, your officials, Howard Hall, Jeff McNichol, and Audie Perkins. So 1 of 2 there for Amani. And it's 34-20. .320 to go here second quarter. Martin to the wing, right side, guarded by Arnold. Now reverses, gets it to Earnhardt. Out front, stolen by Arnold. Amani's going to try to take it all the way. Left hand, no good. Offensive board by Smith, wouldn't go. Rebound, Caroline Martin.
Caroline's getting angry.
Yeah. She's about to impose her will again. Look at that, in traffic. Draws the foul.
That shows player development right there from Caroline, because a lot of time when she gets going off to her right hand, she plays off of one leg. Right there, she gathered herself off of 2.
Yep.
Enough to absorb the contact and get to the free throw line, but also if there's no contact to pass out of it,
yep.
You know, and kind of can pivot and pass. So it's great to see her not only get to the paint, she has no regard for getting to the paint. She'll do that at any time, but to play off 2 is a great development in her game.
Leading free throw shooter for the Nighthawks at 83%. Now the largest lead of the day at 36-20. .247 to go, and banked in by Jackson. Franklin brings it up on a boost bear. Earnhardt zips it to Chloe. Chloe Savage in the ball game. Martin to Savage. Dribbles on Jackson, tied up, and it will go over to Columbus State. Timeout on the floor. Nope, just a substitution. Beg your pardon. It will be Brownlee coming back in. Savage checks out. Massup is in for North Georgia. Great crowd on hand here.
Sure is.
Today. A boost bear away to Smith. Loosely guarded. The lob inside. Brownlee up and in. Strong move by Adriana Brownlee. Franklin to Massup on the wing to Earnhardt. Thought about it, now drives the right side of the lane, kicks to Franklin. Shot clock at 13, taken away by Tenbrook.
It's 3 or 4 times that Columbus State has been able to turn us over on post-entry passes. So they're doing a really good job of fighting over the top, getting position, and then on the bounce pass, entry pass, disengaging from post defense and stealing. So we need to either pass earlier or pass to hands instead of pass to the body.
Massip out front, loosely guarded by Brownlee. Away now to Franklin on the wing. Martin, Franklin, Earnhardt. Shot clock at 7. Josie open for 3. Yes.
You cannot go under ball screens on her.
Now Earnhardt with 11 points on the day. Into Brownlee. Blocked by Massip. Kayla says, I let you score the last time, not so much this time. 39-24. Inside a minute to go here in the second quarter. Tinbrook takes it, guarded by Earnhardt. Puts it up, no good. Rebound, Massip.
That was just her liking the matchup there and wanting to play it live.
And we did not have a close-up on Amelia Tinbrook as she ran down the floor because she said a bad word.
I missed it.
Earnhardt from the wing. 3! The power of 3.
That's the paint touch. Right there, dribble penetration by Caroline Martin. Puts 2 feet in the paint, squares up, goes numbers to numbers on the kick out. And great shooters, when they were shooting on a pass that comes out of the paint, really make a high percentage.
14 now for Earnhardt. Offensive board, Brownlee no good. Jamari has it tipped away by Abousbear. The Nighthawks will have 2.7 to get off a shot. Their current lead is the largest of the day at 42-24. Inbound to Abby, and that's going to do it for the first half of this ball game. North Georgia has led the entire way. We will take a break and be back with a halftime report. It's 42-24, North Georgia leading Columbus State. You're watching the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Joyride beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no high though. Hi. Hey. Oh my God, there it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. God, I'm good.
What is the Golden Eagle Band? Established in 1873, we are the oldest organization on campus. Excellence in music is our passion. Our spirit of brotherhood provides friendships that last a lifetime. We compete and perform just for fun. Join the tradition.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by the Smith House Country Store Restaurant and Hotel, the UNG Bookstore, Bryan Properties Commercial Real Estate, and Northeast Georgia Health System.
Welcome back here courtside. Coach, we're joined here by men's basketball head coach Dan Evans. Coach, we've got a front row seat here to the Sweet Caroline rendition performed by the cheerleaders. You were asking about that at break. I know coaches don't really spend much time out in the arena pregame, but kind of what's the vibe you feel here going on with so much activity in the gym?
Oh, it's great. You know, our cheerleaders have been fantastic. Our pep band's fantastic. You know, we got some students here right now, it looks like, and you know, we have such a beautiful arena, such a beautiful facility, and such a great community that when they do all come together, I mean, it's a cool thing, and it makes a difference.
Okay, so Craig and I were talking on the air about if there was a side job that we could have on days of like Park and Rec and Youth Night, it would be Skittles salesman, and that we would just like upcharge and really get a return on our investment. What is your thought on Park and Rec Day and having youth in the building like this?
I love it. I mean, I know you know that about me. I think it's awesome. I think, you know, one of our main roles, truthfully, as student athletes, as coaches, as a university, is to provide a tremendous example for the young people of our community, and you know, being able to be a part of it and to celebrate them and honor them, but also just let them be around our people, I think is a huge deal. And, you know, I think my son actually and his little guys and gals and his little team are here during our game, if I'm not mistaken. But this is so important. We have tremendous student athletes, and I think we have tremendous coaches throughout the department, and our ability to impact the community as a whole is really important and something I think people take very seriously. And with children, I think it's the most direct way to impact.
You made a great point there. This is also value add for our players. So, like, well, what's the feedback that you get from our kids or our student athletes when they get to engage and see you just see the girls portion of the Park and Rec out in front of us here. When you see the look in their eyes, they look at them like stars. How does that affect those guys?
You know, I think our guys and gals play at a high level. They are really successful. They've been successful as high school athletes, and I think they've been looked at as role models for a very long time in their life. And I think this is largely an extension of that. It makes them feel important. It demonstrates their value. I think it reinforces their need to do the right thing. I mean, we were all 18 to 22 years old. It's a time of tremendous growth and tremendous development and maturation. And so I think for them to be able to see that they are examples, that they are good examples for these young people, it continues to push that responsibility. And learning how to handle responsibility is a big part of that maturation during those 4 years. And so I think it's a really neat thing.
Yeah, I think the more kind of cross-pollination opportunities we can give them to identify themselves, right? And they're not just identified as a basketball player. They're identified as a leader, as a student, as a person. And, you know, there's just so many ways to really become grounded. And being around kids like this that view this game and this day and these players as just kind of the tip of the iceberg, that it says a lot about growth. Let me ask you this. So I know you're really intentional about your camp offerings in the summer. You know, and you really got off to a great start last year with the youth camp. Is that something that we're looking at for this summer? So all these kids, will they have the opportunity to come back and engage with your staff and your players in July?
Yep, we hosted July 18th to the 21st, I believe, is the end date. And it's for boys and girls ages, I'm going to say 3rd through 8th grade, though I'd have to double check that. I'm pretty sure that's what the sort of range is. And it is really about what we just talked about. I mean, it's about serving them. It's about supporting our program, no doubt, and there's a fundraising component to it, but we strive every moment of it to provide the best experience, to show off not only our arena, our kids, but also our campus as a whole. And, you know, when those kids get to walk to the cafeteria and spend that, 45 minutes to an hour eating lunch, like, you've just never seen little guys and girls as happy as during that time. They have a little bit of freedom. They get to pick their own food, and, all the counselors and coaches are looking out for them, making sure they're okay, but they have that little bit of independence, and it's a cool time. It's a really cool time.
So that week I'd like to be an ice cream dispensing machine repairman.
Anything that doesn't involve cafeteria cleanup, I think you're in good shape.
I hear you. Hey, we're off of our normal Wednesday to Saturday cadence, right?
Yeah.
So you've had like a marathon of preparation, it seems like. How's that different for you, especially coming off the heels of playing a really good Flagler team?
Oh, yeah.
A really, really good Flagler team, arguably one of the better players in the country, a lot of role players that have bought in, but I think that after a sluggish start, we competed rather well, but then we got 4 days to kind of chew on it. How do we take it back and improve from it?
You know, that experience playing a championship caliber team that treated us as an equal and attacked us and had the intensity that it requires to play in a game that level, like, we haven't been in that situation very often. I can think of in the last 2 years, probably only 2 or 3 games where, like, that is the level every moment. And I think we have to learn from that. I mean, we're still talking about, you know, we have 4 or 5 guys in our rotation that are playing their 15th college game, 18th college game, 22nd college game. And so as much as...
Easy to forget.
Agreed. Yeah. And as well as I think we've played at times, like, what that was is different, and it requires us not only to learn from that intensity, but we have to learn from some of the things they were doing to us defensively and how aggressively they were attacking our ball handlers. And those things, like, you can't get that unless you're in it. You can't get that. And while I would love to win and get that experience, the reality is, like, the way we felt in the locker room, the way we felt watching the film, like, you need that feeling to drive you to improve. And to be honest, today's game is going to be very similar, I think. Different style of play and different teams, certainly, but very similar. A bunch of old guys, a bunch of experienced veterans playing against our guys who are trying to sustain some of the things we're doing. But, you know, as it relates to the schedule, super weird.
Yeah.
Super weird
to have. Did you take an extra day off? Or?
We didn't. We took Tuesday off.
Okay.
We went. Wednesday was kind of one of the only days we've had in a while, and we'll have the rest of the year. That wasn't really about our next game.
Yeah.
That wasn't about, you know,
Fair
what's
enough.
upcoming. And so it actually gave us a chance to talk about some of the things from Monday night that we need to learn from in a more, I don't know if relaxed is the right environment, right word to describe it, but a more like focused. This isn't about Columbus State next. This is just about us. And our practice that day was just about us. It wasn't as long maybe as we might in certain instances. And then really, you know, Thursday becomes pretty normal. Friday becomes pretty normal. But there's no doubt when we were walking into practice on Friday, it kind of felt like we should be playing. Because you just get so used to that cadence and that time. And you know, but we're here. Ball get tipped up. Everybody will be ready to roll.
You had done the work, right? So you'd already kind of had that. It's rare. You know, rare to get a me day, right? It's rare to get and I'm saying like a self-worth day. I'm just talking about we're going to worry about us day. So Stetson Bennett, right? So he was like the Baker Mayfield in scout the week before they beat Oklahoma a few years back. To your point earlier, it's rare you can't take a handful of guys and say, pressure us like Flagler is going to pressure us, or offensive rebound like Columbus State's going to rebound. How do you make that adjustment as a player? Because the only body of work that you get to kind of work on that is the 40 minutes that you actually do it. So how do you make that adjustment? Is it like the first media timeout? You say, okay, guys, now that you kind of got a biopsy of it, here's what we need to do. Walk me through that, because you think that there's a scout team, but there's really not.
Yeah, and some of it's done beforehand, right? We're trying to prepare and share, like, this is what you're going to see. But you're right that that's not the same, you know, and there's ways. We play 4-on-4 in certain situations so that it's people can be more aggressive, but there's a little bit more space, so your angles and vision are a little bit cleaner, and it gives you a little bit more comfort with what you're seeing. And, you know, we ask almost everybody essentially to become scout and play and defend a certain way, because it's, you know, you're talking about 6-7 minutes. We're not asking for 2 hours of practice of doing it. We're just, you know, in these confined times, you know, and some of it's just feel, right? Some guys feel that change and see the floor. Some guys draw on experience from years past, and other guys, it's their first time dealing with it. And so in the game, it's exactly that. It's reminders. It's on a substitution out, taking a second. This is what we're seeing. Are you seeing this? Are you feeling this? Because those things don't always align. What we see as coaches doesn't always align with what our player feels or sees. And, okay, how do we bring those visions together? And truthfully, what's right? Doesn't mean we're always right as coaches. They're not always right as players. And how do we align those things so that we're all on the same page and we can attack in a way that's effective?
Such a good way to put it. I tell you what, it's like that's a lesson for every level of basketball, right? It's like we as coaches feel like, hey, the game should be played like this.
Yeah.
And it's not quite how it works, right, at every level.
And I think me, as much as any coach, I'm guilty of that. Like, I have a certain vision for how I believe the game should be played and can be played. And specifically as it relates to, like, our team that year, right? Like, what do we need to do to maximize ourselves? But there are different ways to do it. There are different approaches. There's also different what you see versus what I see. We need to make sure that we're on the same page. Even if we settle on what you see, great. Whatever it is, it's just got to be effective, and we got to be unified in our pursuit of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to get to the end goal. There's a couple different trails you can take, but at the end of the day, we all have to be there. It does no good if I'm sitting there waiting on you to show up. So. All right, so let's we always digress and talk non-hoops for a minute. We'll close with NFL today. Thoughts on NFL? Who will be the Super Bowl champion when it's all said and done?
Oh, man. Super Bowl champion, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Name a team. Okay. Name a team that will play in the Super Bowl.
I think the Chiefs will play in the Super Bowl.
That's probably because of their path more so than anything, or do you think the Chiefs are one of the two best teams?
I think their defense is playing well enough, and I trust Mahomes more than I trust anybody else in the AFC as a quarterback. Yeah. I think the NFC is like, you could roll the dice, and whatever it came up, I could see it happening. Yeah. I think, obviously Rodgers, I wouldn't bet against him. I think the 49ers have a certain toughness to them and a little bit of a grittiness to them that I could see winning out, though I wouldn't put them at the top of that list. And I certainly think the Rams have so many players that believe they are great and either have been great or are great now. And then you have you got Brady. It's kind of hard to be like, oh, that guy doesn't have a chance.
But this is so applicable because when I was listening to you talk about the NFL right there, it sounds like you're talking about a basketball game, right? So you got age, you got who do you trust. It's just sports is sports, and at the end of the day, it's about a collective we buy in.
Yeah, no doubt.
Coach, pleasure to always sit down with you. We wish you the best of luck here this afternoon against the Cougars. Go Nighthawks.
Thank you. Go Nighthawks.
Appreciate it. We'll be back in 30 seconds here for the second half of the women's basketball game. You're listening to the Nighthawk Sports Network.
And back we are courtside. Third quarter is underway. Franklin controls. North Georgia on top of Columbus State, 42-24. Glad you've joined us for game number one of our Peach Belt Conference doubleheader. The lob inside of Julianne, trying to get over the top of Brownlee, knocked away. But North Georgia will maintain possession. Abby Boy looking inside, now gets it to Julianne in the corner to Blackstock. Livy cut off by Amani. Hands to Josie, zips the pass in to Julianne, turns. Abby on the wing, puts it in, or tried to beat the shot clock, to no avail.
Good job by Columbus State there, pressuring us the entire possession. Call Amani for an offensive foul there. Did a good job of sitting on her right hand, and she just used a little bit too much muscle to create the space to get the shot. So, job by the Nighthawks. And a bit of an odd start here to the second half.
Yep.
Turnover and a shot clock violation.
Not the norm. Julianne well out on the wing, guarded by Brownlee. Zips the pass to Anna Claire off the glass.
How about that finish? She opened the game with a 3 from the top of the key. Right there, makes a basket cut, catches it outside the paint, and finishes for 2 over a defender. That's a tough shot.
20-point advantage. Tenbrook with the ball, drives on Franklin, shot off the glass, good.
Nice committed drive there by Tenbrook.
Tenbrook, one of the many freshmen, but has probably traveled further than any of her fellow Cougars to matriculate at Columbus State, as we see Julianne put up the shot, no good. Freshman from Dusseldorf, Germany.
She was going to have a tough time beating the young lady from Staten Island, but I don't know where Dusseldorf is, but I know where Germany is.
Yeah.
Watch this.
And Claire would not go. Had a wide open look.
It's odd to tell a player that when you're wide open to not rush.
Yeah.
But so you got to have a little bit of awareness. Yeah. I don't need to squeeze that shot off yet. I mean, that's the shot we want taken.
Yeah.
Just half of a breath.
Human nature.
Yeah.
Human nature. Journey Smith lobs it to Amani. Works the left side of the lane. Shot up. No good. Foul called on Anna Claire. That will send Amani to the line. Gets a little encouragement from Amelia Tenbrook.
A little unfortunate there because she was on the left side of the floor. We were sitting on her right hand, but because we were playing over the top in the post, we weren't able to release from the post and go and help.
Right.
And so we were forcing her into that spot, but there was like a natural screen being set by the post offensive player.
0 of 2 that time at the line for Amani. So no damage done other than the second personal on Anna Claire. Julianne, one dribbling away to Franklin. Abby lobs it to Julianne in the lane, then traffic. It goes, and that'll be the third personal on Adriana Brownlee.
So 2 years ago, the scout on Julianne was sit left shoulder on catch to the back to the basket. Right there, she showed over her left shoulder and went right back through the outstretched arms of the post defender. Hit her in the face, which is an automatic whistle, and was able to finish. But again, that just shows skill development in Julianne's game.
Sutton completes the three-point play, and with that, now 8 points on the afternoon. And also the largest lead at 21. Bond open for 3. High arcing shot. No good. Look at Jamari. Tried to get it. Once she had tipped it, then she realized, I got to save it.
She's fun to watch because I think she just plays with such a joy.
There is a freedom of expression, which I also appreciate from her. Defending Arnold. The shot will go, and a foul will give Amani a three-point play opportunity.
Another layered offensive move from Amani. Just shows, a good skill development on her part, so able to kind of up and under and step through.
By the way, Lee, that is the third on Jamari.
I would like to know what the percentage of free throw shooting is from the opposition when they're shooting free throws into the pep band section.
I'd be willing to wager that it's much lower
on that end.
That end. Lower on the south end than the north, I think.
No, that's a safe venture. Especially because Nighthawk Head is back.
That's an exciting development for those who follow Nighthawk basketball. Ball tip, but Jamari settles in. That'll be a foul on Tenbrook. Tenbrook, as we mentioned, from Dusseldorf, prepped at DJK Don Bosco in Bamberg.
Were you trying to spell that, or is that like the letters in the front end?
Front end of the name.
Okay.
Huh. You're seeing a lot more of that in academies today. Martin retrieves it. Pass to Julianne. Now to 10 to shoot. Earnhardt, nice pass to Julianne. Contact, no whistle. Tenbrook. Oh, might have turned that one over. Now Maya Jackson right down the lane, no good. Rebound, Abby Franklin. 47-29 your score. 6:22 to go in the third. Coach Burson calling the play. Earnhardt left that one shy, but she was also about 6 feet beyond the arc. Tenbrook guarded by Blackstock. To Smith. Journey works to the left side of the lane. In traffic, up, no good. Rebound to Livy. Through traffic to Martin. 3 would not go. Long rebound to Journey Smith. Clock rolling. 5:35 in the third. Straightaway 3 from Smith, no good. Rebound to Julianne. Her 6th of the afternoon. And has a timeout been called, I believe?
Yeah, Coach Burson called the timeout there.
All right, so with 5:22, we'll take it as well. Your score, North Georgia 47, Columbus State 29. You're watching the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
The human body is like any high-performance machine. As the miles add up, parts wear out. That's where pain begins. And here's where it ends. Where top orthopedic surgeons use breakthrough techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for good. Feel like new again for miles to come at the region's only dedicated joint care center, Northeast Georgia Medical Center.
East Georgia Medical Center, one of the fine sponsors of the Nighthawk Sports Network. 47-29 is your score. Teams back on the floor. Kayla Massip will inbound and does so to Franklin, and play has resumed. Largest lead of the day has been 21. North Georgia has led the entirety of this ball game. Martin to the left wing, now to Earnhardt. Shot clock at 9. Franklin with 7. 6, guarded by Bond, picks up her dribble. Earnhardt, corner 3, rattles it in. Josie Earnhardt. And Earnhardt now with 17 on the day makes it 50-29. That was her 5th 3 of the day. Ball is free. Earnhardt will pick it up. Franklin lobs intended for Julianne, but knocked away. Abusbear right down the middle of the floor, drives, got rid of it. Nice effort by Caroline Martin, and retained possession. Abby Franklin guarded closely by Imani. That'll be a foul on Bond. I believe, actually, I think they may give it to Imani. Nope, it'll be Bond. Kirsten Bond, freshman from Batesville, Indiana. Stops the clock with 4:19. And that should be a media timeout. We'll take it. Your score, North Georgia 50 and Columbus State 29. Back in a moment on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Someone here at Circus Burger has been talking to the press, telling them that chicken is better than burgers. And I want to know who it is. Is it you, Bill?
No, sir.
Diane?
Wasn't me.
I know it wasn't Steve. He just started. You're doing a great job here, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm not big on pointing fingers, but it was definitely Bill.
Whoa, it could literally be any one of us.
Somebody did it, and I'm gonna find out who.
What is going on here?
Bandit 3, this is Fox 2-3. Can you see that contact to our front? Man, it's Fox 2-3 up. Mark him with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service. A path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
Great hustle on that last sequence by both Caroline Martin and Abby Franklin to keep possession for North Georgia. That last foul, by the way, was on Kirsten Bond, her first of the afternoon, and a whistle there, and that will go against Maya Jackson. Fifth team foul on the Cougars. Abuse Bear checks out. And Brownlee back in. And North Georgia will be shooting. Julianne, a couple of points and 4 rebounds away from yet another double-double. While that's going on, an interesting ball game elsewhere in the Peach Belt Conference underway in Americas.
Yeah, barely into the third quarter here. Lander now etched ahead. Oh, sorry, look, refreshed, and Southwestern leads by 1 over Lander.
What a matchup that is.
Very early in the second half, so I'll minimize that screen and check back later.
So with those 2 foul shots, Julianne now with 10 points, 6 rebounds on the afternoon. Journey Smith underneath to Brownlee, who is fouled by Earnhardt. Second personal on Josie. And that sends Brownlee to the line on the season. Adriana, this will only be her 3rd foul shot of the season, and she's now 1 of 3.
Looks like her 103rd. That was just as smooth as silk.
Yeah. Just the freshman. Now 1 of 4. Scramble for the loose ball. Massop comes out of there with it. Outlet to Earnhardt. 52-30. Underneath, Kayla Massop high off the glass. Now the largest lead of the day at 24. 3:24 to go here in the third. Smith on the wing, picks up her dribble. Away to Tenbrook, guarded by Massop. Back to Journey. Bond now in the corner, shot clock at 7. 3:10 to go in the third. Columbus State with 4. 3. Smith, a long 3, no good. Rebound, nice box out by Earnhardt.
Wow, that's a team box out. I could have let that one hit the floor almost.
You know they have done their job. Caroline Martin, goodness, and a very belated whistle.
It's a foul on Caroline's shot. Columbus State had already taken a pressure release dribble.
Yeah, when I called it a belated whistle, it was.
We'll take it though. But
that is the 4th on Brownlee, and she will check back out. Martin goes to the line.
And what should Biggs be thinking when Caroline Martin has a head of steam coming at him, so that she's beating her level 1 defender?
Yep.
Do I help? Do I just wall up?
The options are not good because Caroline successful either way because of her high shooting success at the line. Now largest lead at 26. That'll be a wraparound foul on Massop.
That's where Columbus State has had so much success is playing over the top post defense of our bigs and getting steals there.
Amani Arnold blocked by Massup. Bond got in there momentarily, but again, Caroline Martin just ripping the ball out. Seen that twice in the last couple of minutes. Straightaway three is short. Julianne Sutton, the rebound, kicks it out to Earnhardt, and they'll do it again. Josie between the circles. Tinbrook wisely out to defend. Pass to Julianne. Now Earnhardt is open. That one, though, off the mark. And that'll be a foul on Caroline as the rebound taken by Journey Smith.
Josie's got 17 right now.
Yep. 5 threes.
Okay. I'm trying to remember where her twos came from. I don't remember the two. But then 17 wasn't divisible by threes.
Yeah. You knew it had to be one. Journey Smith, that one no good on the season. Journey, a 65% shooter at the charity stripe, averaging 5 points a ball game. The structural integrity of the seating here at the Convocation Center, getting a full-blown test during that foul shot. Partisans getting their money's worth.
Skittles bouncing around.
Massup has it ripped away, double teamed, and goodness, that's going to be on Kayla, I believe. And that'll be her third. A minute 43 remaining here in the third. Coach Burson not too happy because Kayla had been sandwiched between two Cougar defenders.
Florida State does a good job of really just being active defensively in the post. So whether it's after an offensive rebound or right there in that situation just a catch, they just do a good job of speeding bigs up.
Amani good on the first. Second one is off the iron, no good. Rebound snared by Julianne. 2 boards away from a double-double. Pass inside intended for McDavid, and a foul called. Will it be Bond or will it be Arnold? I believe on Bond.
Right there we got Bond in a mismatch on Jamari McDavid. Jamari flashed to the post there, and same thing Columbus State has been doing is fighting over the top on their post defense. But right there, when a guard does it on a big, it looks a lot more foul prone.
Right.
But they've done a good job. But when the bigs battle bigs of fighting over the top and getting some steals on our post entries.
Julianne with her 9th rebound, unable to follow it up. Jamari unsuccessful on either of her 2 foul shots. Foul on the play, and that is the 10th rebound of the day, so yet another double-double for Julianne Sutton. You know, I guess some people take that for granted, but goodness, that is such a tough thing to do.
A double-double?
Yeah.
Tough thing to score double digits in a college game or get double-figure rebounds, but to do them both.
Yep. The Nighthawk pep band and all those pom-poms waving. Jackson able to hit on one. 56-32, a minute 20 to go. Martin takes the inbound from Jamari. Caroline works to her right. Now away to Blackstock, guarded by Bond. Livy all the way under. Julianne Sutton in the corner, no good. Rebound snared by Jackson. Inside a minute to go here in the third. Smith toward the lane, drives, whistle. And on whom will that one be charged? That's Earnhardt's third personal. She will check out. Franklin back in. Anna Claire set to check in. Miss by Smith. Boosbear set to check in for Columbus State. Smith gets the second. That will allow the two substitutions. .58 left here in the third. Franklin brings it up across half court. Picked up there by a Boosbear. Oh, wide open. Missed the 15-footer. I think Abby was a little shocked.
Caught off guard that the high ball screen, which we run very regularly, was ill defended.
Bond gets the miss by Tenbrook and lays it in. 56-35. Final 13 seconds of the third. Martin with 8-7. Drives. Goodness, she is hogtied by Bond. That's going to, I beg your pardon, is I guess on Jackson.
I think the officials huddled to decide that it was a two-shot foul, but I just didn't see who they reported to the table.
I think it's Jackson. That will be her second. Both she and Bond were defending. And as expected, Caroline has made the first and made the second. Final 2 seconds. The heave by a Boosbear out of bounds. 3 down, 1 to go. It's North Georgia 58, Columbus State 35. Back with the fourth quarter right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel at the end of the day? Are you sad cause you're on your own? I can't find a little help from my friends, so I'm gonna try a little help from my friends.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. From now on, we're not going to leave anything on our plates because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there, and they never tasted this good.
The Pep Band has expanded their repertoire and have added the NFL on Fox theme song. I like that a lot because it's my ringtone.
It's very good. Do you watch some on it? Coach Evans and I talked a little NFL game day, our kind of projections at the halftime. When you're watching NFL, do you watch the Fox pregame show or ESPN?
Fox, typically.
Who is that? Strahan? Is that the Strahan bunch? Or?
Yes, Strahan, Jimmy Jackson. You got Terry Bradshaw in there.
He's a knucklehead.
Yes, he is. But you got Amani forcing that shot in. You get a chance, though, if you make some correct prognostications, to win Terry's money.
I don't.
Have you ever done that?
No.
There's an app you can download and answer 6 questions or with options, multiple choice options prior to the game. You can even do it once the game started. And typically there's some pretty good jackpots on those. It's worth checking out. It's now a 20-point ball game as the fourth quarter underway. Largest lead of the day, 26 late in the third. Blackstock drives, zips the pass in the corner to Abby. Three would not go. Rebound out of nowhere by Martin, puts it up, and she'll head back to the line. Jamari may have twisted an ankle there just a pinch. She is gingerly.
She's been kind of getting up gingerly on.
Yeah.
Just battle wounds from a 20-game season so far.
Yeah. Caroline puts that in on the day. Now 12 points, 7 rebounds for Caroline. She is just about automatic. In traffic, Amani. And that's her third travel of the afternoon. You know, the Nighthawks collectively as a team have come so close to hitting every single foul shot they've taken in a game. And there you see a nice backdoor cut by Martin.
That's a year and a half of playing together right there, just reading each other's eyes, knowing when the back cut's going to happen. The key to that is when you do decide to back cut is just stay committed to the cut. You can't fake a back cut.
Yep. Because your teammate's going to pass it.
That's right. But your point you were making is, I believe for the day we are from the free throw line 11 of 13.
Yep.
So we've got 2 misses.
Yep. We have come so close.
And you know who missed them both?
Jamari.
She did on the same trip. Remember the odd, both of them had the odd bounces.
Bingo.
Yeah.
One of these days it's going to happen. They'll go 20 for 20. That helps a good team be even better. Abuz Bear, the fall-away jumper, no good. Rebound to McDavid. Brownlee may have twisted her knee. Hustles back up. Big basket by Martin. And she is now with 15 on the day. (65-38). Lie! Look at Jamari run the floor.
That's even more impressive, perhaps to me, was the pass.
Yeah.
Little go route.
Brownlee powers it up, and a foul stops the clock with 7:59.
Threw it into the gap right over the rotating free safety there.
That's well done.
Like
that's a post
Bennett
move
in the fourth quarter.
That's a post move. I
Uh,
liked your tweet on that, by the way.
Did you?
Postman delivers.
Yeah, on the cartoon. Yeah. Tip of the hat here to Miss Brownlee right there. Post touch. And then as a true freshman and against one of the PBC's best teams, nice layered post move. Showed one shoulder, went back over the other, got the defense leaning and drew the foul and was able to convert 1 of 2.
Jamari to Martin, the lob over the top intended for Sutton, knocked away. It's obvious that the game plan is to immediately surround Julianne every time that there's even the remote possibility that she's going to get the ball.
And it needs to be, because good things happen when it touches her hands.
Yep.
Number one, she can score it when left alone. If you don't send extra help there, then she's going to score that. And then when you do, she passes so well out of it.
Martin with 10 to shoot, away to Franklin, back to Caroline. Thought about it for a split second. Now the feed to Sutton, zips it to Earnhardt with 4, 3. A shot from the baseline, no good. Rebound to Columbus State.
Seen Julianne take a corner 3 and then that corner baseline jumper. There's spots of the floor that she's not normally familiar with.
It is going to be an offensive foul on Jackson. She checks out with her 4th of the afternoon. And it's so difficult when you play with such a short bench. Ball tipped away by Bond. Nice hands by Coach Burson.
Take a nice round of applause from the pep band.
Yeah. That takes me back to an observation earlier in the year that if you ever had a coach's nice cut again, the back door and the foul. Franklin to Martin.
That's two players really knowing each other.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a set choreo back cut. That is really more of just a read, and Columbus State does a great job of just being in passing lanes. Back cut really kind of keeps them on their heels defensively.
Is there anything that's as beautiful as the chemistry between players that you just described, where it happens? They feel what their teammate is going to do.
Not on the offensive end. I think on the defensive end, one of the things I really enjoy seeing is first to the floor defense that leads into transition offense the other way.
Beautiful basket by McDavid. 32-point lead. Wow. Caroline Martin has come to play today.
He's making up for lost time.
Woo! 21-8. Foul inside on Smith. And Caroline is 2 rebounds away from a double-double.
Wow.
21 points, 8 rebounds. And nice round of applause for Earnhardt. Guess who else is close to a double-double? Miss Abby Franklin needs 1 point and 1 rebound. You literally could have 3 double-doubles this afternoon.
6 minutes, 6+ to go.
That's a lot of time.
So assistants over there on the bench, I'm sure, charting that. Definitely don't, that's not a priority, right? Just stay in the game.
Isabel Davenport in the contest. The pass deflected and into the hands of Boozbear. Drives, has it taken away by guess who? Caroline Martin. Wow. That's that 5th gear out of nowhere.
And you know what? Like, she's the apprentice.
Yeah.
You know, so like if she can learn that from Abby Franklin, who is like 3rd and a half gear, will beat most teams, and then when she needs it, she goes into 5th gear.
Arnold blocked by Massep. Oh, goodness. I thought that was a clean block. Oh, my. Kayla she's grinning, but I know she's not happy because I thought she made a clean block.
Thought the foul probably could have come on the dribble penetration, not the shot block. But let's see how Monty fares against the pep band.
And the pep band is working at a pretty high percentage today.
Yeah, Eagle heads out.
Just love what that adds to the effort. 0 for 2 on that, and Massep with the rebound. 1 dribble and away to Blackstock. Inside 6 minutes we go here in the 4th quarter. 72-40, largest lead of the day, and Livy just could not hold the pivot foot.
You see Coach Jamie Acton over there advising her that is a great opportunity for a 2-footed closure.
Right.
And pass out. And even if the pass out's not there, then you pivot back and find somebody cutting on the weak side.
Talking about the assistants under Coach Burson, I was going to say a moment ago, as we see Amani launch a shot that won't go and rebound to Jamari. I would take our coaching staff in a 3-on-3 coaches tournament. What a drive by Jamari McDavid. I would take those 3 against just about anybody else.
Yeah, no doubt. Is that what you were asking me earlier when the play? Okay, yeah. I would imagine that they're going to do very well in a 3-on-3 event.
Yeah, just saying.
Oh, nice 3 there. Amber, Jamie Acton, National Player of the Year. Coach Burson, National Everything of the Year.
Yep.
And Amber Schedule, transfer from Georgia, hit iconic, one of the most iconic shots right now in program history.
Yep.
They to win the regional.
And Kayla Massep is in pain on the floor and now being attended to. Clock stopped at 4:51. And I did not see if she landed funny, but we will take a break. 74-43 is your score as she's being attended to. You're watching the Nighthawk Sports Network.
North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by the Smith House Country Store, Restaurant, and Hotel, the UNG Bookstore, Bryan Properties Commercial Real Estate, and Northeast Georgia Health System.
Kayla Massip has been attended to. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network. And action here with 4:41 to go in the ball game. Rebound snared by Savage. Martin will bring it up. Caroline in need of 2 more rebounds for a double-double. Drives in, has it knocked away, and a whistle stops the clock with 4:28 to go.
Chloe Savage just kind of checked into the game. Great job of her kind of pursuing and assuming that the play is never dead. Being there to corral a loose ball after a block shot.
We will take another timeout. 4:28 to play. Your score, North Georgia 74, Clayton State 43. Back in a moment. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel at the end of the day? Are you sad cause you're on your own? I can't find a little help from my friends. Oh.
Back we are. Craig Corbin, Lee Glenn, the Nighthawk Sports Network team here. Game number 1 of our Peach Belt Conference doubleheader, North Georgia and Columbus State. Largest lead of the ball game just moments ago, 34 points. And Chloe Savage heads to the line, settles in. And the lefty left that one a bit shy.
You mentioned about a 3-on-3 coaches tournament. I'd like to see that in the men's game.
Yeah.
On the in the PBC.
Yeah.
I think our guys would fare pretty well.
I think they would too. Let's see if we can't percolate that concept.
I'll talk to Dan about it next halftime.
I like it. Brownlee powers in and scores. (75-45) with 4:05 to go. Whistle. Tinbrook is set to check in. And that's because Miss Jackson has fouled out. Maya explaining to the coaching staff what had transpired. And meanwhile, Livy has added a point for North Georgia. Blackstock a 70% shooter. Got them both. 77-45. Abuz Bear brings it up. Drive by Journey Smith, off balance shot and a whistle. They've got a couple players with 4 fouls. It's not beyond the realm of possibility. He could wind up with less than 5 players on the court.
I hope not.
You never want to see that,
Nope.
but
I hope not.
Smith gets that one to go. Journey Smith from Covington, one of the few seniors on this Columbus State team. And that one no good. Davenport the rebound and the outlet to Blackstock. Davenport left that one short, follow no good. And a rebound to Arnold. Long lead pass up to Journey Smith. Journey in the lane, no good. Rebound snared.
They should count.
Livy controls it. Cannon on the wing, picks up her dribble, bounce pass to Jamari, works on Brownlee, look at the move, Jamari McDavid!
That's a great move by Jamari, just a face-up post move, speed dribble, explosion dribble to the right, get to the other side of the rim and finish.
Had the quickness advantage on Brownlee.
High horns look here from the Cougars.
And a takeaway by McDavid. Isabel brings it up. Davenport works to the right, hands to Blackstock. Now Savage zips it. Cannon. Boy, Jamari nearly had her head taken off by that pass. Livy, wing 3, just short. Gets her own rebound, follows with the left hand.
Nice finish.
That was a thing of beauty, and we could see it in perfect alignment from our position here courtside. Tinbrook knocked away a reach-in foul on Chloe. Stops the clock with 2:31 to go.
4 true freshmen that played locally here on the floor. Cannon, Davenport, and Blackstock. White, Lumpkin, and Jefferson. Right here is true freshmen.
Nice.
Getting nice minutes.
Tinbrook gets that one to go. Amelia, a 59% shooter on the season at the line. That one no good, but a rebound to Smith. In a shot off the glass, good for Brownlee.
Mixing up her move from earlier that she got fouled on, going back over her right shoulder. That's a good move.
Boy, Brownlee and Savage have had a little contact the last couple of times down the floor.
Foul's going to be on 32 there, keeping Brownlee in the game.
And that on Amelia, her third. Savage lines it up and gets it to go. Chloe came in 80% at the line, 8 of 10 prior to today. (83-49). North Georgia will improve to 14-1. You see the basket by Amani.
Nice explosive left there by Amani. 14th point of the afternoon.
As we're inside 2 minutes to go, Savage to Davenport, lines up a 3, would not go. Isabel had a pretty good look at that one. Tinbrook from the elbow, no good. Rebound Davenport in traffic. Goes to the floor to maintain possession. Cougars have it.
Nice rebound by Cannon.
Inside 90 seconds we go. Nighthawks will be 8-0 now in conference play. And again, watching the finish in Americus, Georgia, that tight battle between Lander and Georgia Southwestern.
Lander moved ahead by 4.
Backdoor cut and the pass from Cannon off mark and out of bounds. 1:06 to go. That shot off the mark. Rebound snared by Blackstock. Columbus State will fall to 10-8, 3-5 in the Peach Belt Conference. The lob to Anna Claire Atha would not go. Rebound, Savage puts it in. 85-51, final 30 seconds of the ball game. Amani will go back to the line. Again, the pep band. One last opportunity in this game. Amani got that one to go. And the senior from Loganville got them both. 85-53, final 25 seconds of the ball game. Davenport will hand it to Blackstock. Livy tightly guarded, back to Isabel. Now Livy with 14 to Chloe. Just pass this around, let the clock wind down and out. And North Georgia will take victory by a final score of 85-53. We'll take a timeout, be back to wrap things up in just a moment right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Joyride beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no high though. Hi. Hey. Oh my God, there it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. All right, I'm good.
Goodbye, LA, until another time. When can we call it love? Think we crossed the line.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
Back to wrap things up as we see Kayla Massip with crutches and that ice pack on her right ankle heading off the floor. Nice offensive effort today by North Georgia, 85-53. Hats off to Columbus State with only 7 players suited up today, not backing down at all.
No, they stuck to their game plan. They stuck to what their core principles are defensively. Bothered us at times, for sure. Just kind of ran out of gas there late. Really impressed by Amani and how hard she competed. And didn't back down, just really went after it. Tough player in this league. So another win, right? Another good first quarter for us, another good start. But to stay ahead of the pack in the PBC is, I think, as long as if you win the PBC, you're going to be really set for nice. You'll be in a nice position for NCAA postseason play.
Excellent. With that win, again, North Georgia improving to 14-1, 8-0 in the conference. That'll wrap things up. Our thanks to everyone on the Nighthawk Sports Network staff making this one possible. We'll step aside for about half an hour and be back with the men's game right here. We'll see you then.